out there. A lot of digital haters gonna kill us for that one.
I'm a digital shooter, man.
I know, but they're still gonna hate us.
Yeah.
They're still gonna hate us for saying that. Today I chose to talk about a controversial subject. Film versus digital.
Digital.
Digital. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired already. Lou,
What's up?
are you shooting film today?
No.
You shooting digital?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is my rain getup. Yeah. I'm doing the best.
Oh yeah. And then you have your monochrome or
No, this is a M9P.
M9P?
Yeah.
Very cool.
The digital film. Digital film camera.
Digital film camera. You win the argument. Already done. We're pointing out straight facts, yo.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to more people wanting me to stab them and throw them into oncoming traffic. I asked for this and I deserve this. I'm doing it, so I hope that you're gonna bury yourself alive.
All right, why are we at a Denny's in Akihabara?
Strawberry parfait.
Strawberry parfait. It's coming. It's coming.
Mini strawberry parfait.
But we decided to talk about the topic of all topics. I'm gonna open up Pandora's box today. Film versus digital. Categories: visual quality, cost, convenience, storage, dangers, printing and life, legitimacy, skill, personal preference. And we all shoot digital and film, right? I shoot digital and film. Last year I shot it 50-50. This year, 2023, I am gonna shoot film, 100% only film, for all my street photography and family stuff too. But for client work, I'll shoot digital. But I'm shooting film only this year. And you guys, 2023, film?
All film. Look at that, black and white.
All black and white.
All black and white film.
Because freaking Kodak just announced 40% price hike.
Right?
That's why we're Team Ilford now.
Team Ilford.
Yeah, Team Ilford.
We switched teams.
I'm going to be 50-50 this year.
50-50?
Yeah.
Digital. And what digital camera do you have?
I have M9P,
M9P.
which is my digital film camera. Digital film camera.
What other digital cameras and film cameras do you have? Just to set the record straight.
Monochrome, the M monochrome, X100V, X Pro 2, which I use for work mostly.
Cool.
And then film cameras, where I have Rolleicord, M4, CL, Leica CL,
Some point and shoots.
some random point and shoots.
Yeah.
You have a lot of cameras.
I do have a lot. Oh, and an F3 and an FM2.
Cool.
And
Okay, shut up.
I'm very proud of him.
No. He shoots both. That's the point, right? You shoot digital and film.
I shoot both.
This is unbiased.
I shoot both.
And Ivan too. You shoot digital and film, right?
Yeah.
This
I
is
shoot
yeah.
80 digital,
80
20
digital,
film.
20 film.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
What cameras? I have the FM2. I have an FM3A. I have the Leica Minolta CLE or CL.
Yeah.
Digital cameras. I have the Leica MD262 and a SL2S.
Cool.
That's it. Oh, GR3. I have a GR3.
You have a GR3. I forgot you had.
I have a GR3 and GR3X.
the main camera.
Yeah, my main camera.
guys know me, you guys know what cameras I have. GR3, M10 that I sold.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
I sold my M10 to afford film, basically, I guess. I'm gonna be shooting primarily film this year. So that's my M2, my M6, and my Canon AE1, my Canon F1. But I still have my digital cameras, my Ricoh GR3 and my Lumix S5. Those are my digital cameras. Let's continue. Let's go on to the first topic. First topic is visual quality. Okay, film visual quality. What do you think, Ivan?
What looks better?
Yeah, what looks better to you?
Digital.
Why is that?
I think the colors are sharper, the shadows are punchier, and it looks a lot more solid than film. But you don't get the film grain that you get from film. I mean, you can add it in post, but it's not the same.
Do you think that the grain is similar between the two if you were to kind of edit?
I think Capture One does a really good job with their film simulations. So you can make your photos look like film. Cool. But I don't do that.
Okay.
I have a digital look to my photos.
Yeah.
And I have a film look for my film photos.
Okay. I think film looks better. There, I said it. I think film looks better. I think the highlights are better. I think digital shadows are better. For sure, digital shadows are better, but I think film highlights are much, much better. They're softer. They retain a lot of data, especially in 120. So, and I like how film kind of blends colors more, whereas digital, I feel like the transition from light to shadow and color to color feels sharper to me, whereas film kind of blends. It's more organic. That's my preference. It bleeds in. What do you think? Visual quality?
Film.
Film?
Yeah, just slightly over. I'm like leaning slightly over on the film side. I agree with both what you guys are saying, right? But for black and white film, the shadows in black and white film is way better. If you push it.
If you push it.
You gotta push the film, and then you get that contrast.
Or you add filters.
That you like. Or add filters.
Or you shoot with filters.
With filters.
Or shooting with a red filter, and the blacks are so much deeper than shooting without a filter.
Yeah, exactly. So, and to back Alex up with that transition, I have never seen a better black and white transition from highlights to shadow, especially on portraits, on skin tones. Right? It just, like, digital just can't beat that.
Right. Next topic. So I think it's you and me say film, and you say digital.
I mean, I don't not like film.
I know. But you have a preference.
I lean more towards digital.
Okay, so that's 2 versus 1. So visual quality, film wins. By default. There's 3 of us here, so there has to be a winner. Okay, cost. Cost. This is
Digital.
Digital.
It's easy.
Digital.
Even
Obviously digital. Cost is better.
even if you spend money on a Leica,
Yeah. Even if you spend money on an M10.
it's
Right.
still cheaper.
Which is why I bought my M10 in the first place, is because I came up with the excuse that if I bought an M10 and I kept it for a certain amount of years, it would equate and be then cheaper, therefore cheaper than film. And then film prices went up a lot. But you know what also went up a lot? The stock of film that I have on hand. I have a lot of film because when the prices came up, when the prices kept going up and up, I kept buying film on sales, on deals and stuff like that. And even today, I have a good shop where we bought a bunch of film, right? And we got a good price. And we got this brick here for equivalent of like $50 US, which is crazy, right?
It's a really crazy price.
Yeah. And so that's the thing is like, so I'm affording, especially black and white, I'm affording it, color, I'm finding good deals. And even then, I find good deals here and there, few and far between. When I get it, I take it.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah, but otherwise, digital, obviously, cost performance.
Yeah.
Especially if you shoot a lot, right?
Yeah. Especially if you shoot.
Especially when you're a street photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of hard to argue.
Unless you're making a lot of money from the photos, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Who makes money from photos? Come on.
I do.
I kind of do. A little.
I will. I will. Very soon. Buy my zines, buy my prints.
Links here.
Yeah. Link. You too, right?
Yeah, buy my prints.
Buy his prints. Yeah. I bought a print. Beautiful print. I can attest.
Thank you. Still for sale. All right.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Amazing prints. Okay, next is convenience. Convenience. How convenient is it to shoot digital versus film?
Elaborate.
All right, so you want to go out and you want to shoot some street photography or any photography, portrait photography. Do you feel that the convenience overall of shooting it on digital versus film, do you think that it's a big deal?
Convenience is...
And convenience can mean many things.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Half and half. Because I don't like to carry a backpack when I go out. So it's like one camera, one lens.
Yeah.
Most of the time, one battery.
So
And
less
then-
stuff.
Yeah, less stuff. So if I'm out of batteries, that's it.
Yeah.
Or if I forgot to charge my battery.
That's one point I was gonna make. If let's say you go on a trip, you go on a vacation somewhere, like I'm gonna go to Cuba in the future, power plug situation, I don't know. You never know. That's why I'm gonna shoot all film. So it's convenient in that way because I don't have to always charge my camera everywhere I go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to worry about charging my GoPro maybe, but other than that, I can just shoot as long as I have film on hand. So that's convenient to me. But otherwise, less stuff on hand, digital's better. How about you?
I mean, if I go on a vacation, I can either bring this or I can bring this.
Yeah.
This is easy. I can just have it in the pocket.
Yeah.
This is all I need for a vacation.
Yeah.
Or even for street photography. This
Right.
is all I need. I don't need anything else.
Yep. Absolutely. There's been many days where it's just, I don't even bring a bag on me. I just bring this camera in my pocket, jacket pocket, and good to go.
No,
Yeah.
Vacations kind of like a different story.
Like if I went on this trip with film only, I'd probably be bringing this.
no.
Like this right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so cost, just to keep track. Visual quality, film one. Cost, digital one. Convenience, tie.
I mean, going through an airport with film is a hassle.
That's it. Yeah, that's a big hassle.
Yeah. No, I usually just buy film when I get there.
Yeah. Hopefully you got a good price.
But you have to bring it back.
No, develop there too,
Okay.
right? Just get it all done. Like Alex did in New York and California, just get it all done there. Right?
But then you got to bring all the negatives back. And I shot like 60 rolls worth. And then I got to scan it and all that.
Yeah.
Isn't scanning? Can't we say that scanning is part of convenience? Also, scanning.
It is, yeah.
Scanning is a big headache.
If you scan by yourself, yes, it's a big headache.
You gotta pay for that.
So for me,
If you want to pay for somebody else to scan.
yeah. So my whole point of shooting film is to get like colors and convenience and whatever, right? Like it's mainly about the colors. And if I scan by myself, it's like shooting digital, because you gotta sit there and you gotta edit and you gotta like play with those colors to get those colors, right? Unlike at the lab, they know what to do. They have it all set up.
People do edit their film.
Yeah, they do.
That's because labs, they scan it flat for you. Because they know people edit their photos.
No.
So you
depends
do
on
have to edit.
depends on the lab. No. Every lab has a different color profile. So if you go to like a generic lab, then it's all set up in the machine, right? But if you go to like a more professional lab, each lab has a different color profile that they like a Japanese one in National.
National Photo?
Yeah, I go there a lot, and they like less contrast on their scans. Whereas if you go to like New York or even in Europe, you will get more warm and more contrast. And in Vietnam, it's going to be very high contrast and high saturated colors. So every lab has different colors. So that's why you got to find the lab that you like. And that's why I don't want to scan my own film, because it's like shooting digital. I have to sit there and edit, and I don't want to edit. Like, I don't want to edit.
Gotcha. So then
That
convenience.
adds to your cost.
That adds to my
Adds to your cost.
Yeah.
So convenience, which wins, digital or film?
I think digital.
Digital is more convenient.
Digital is more convenient. For me, it's a tie. It's a tie because battery power, that's a thing for me. That's a thing for me. When I was in New York and stuff, I was out shooting day in, day out, morning to night, and battery power would have been an issue for me. I was carrying a lot of film on me too. So it's definitely a tie for me. Okay. Next, storage.
It's the same.
It is the same, yeah.
It's the same, except we get negatives. But
We got negatives
Negatives and digital files.
and digital files.
right. So actually, I prefer to keep I like having the negatives. Honestly, it's fun. It's fun
Me
to
too.
look at. It's fun to look at.
Me too.
Especially when I'm going to start shooting slide film this year.
Yeah.
That's going to be 2023
You
slide
can
film.
buy a projector and
Yeah.
just shoot up on it.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
But you need physical storage space too. Binders, a bookshelf, put all your stuff in there.
Or just a box and just throw it all in and forget about organizing
No,
it.
you regret that afterwards, man.
Regret that for sure.
Yeah, I
Shoe
did that
box.
for a
Shoe
while.
box.
I had to rearrange everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a pain.
What do you think? Digital storage and physical storage?
In terms of convenience,
No, just in terms of the storage aspect of it.
I'd go digital. Just
Digital's
simple.
better.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah. I do have to back
files.
Yeah.
Digital files.
I do back up my files into 2 separate drives though.
Okay.
Just so if 2 of them, like if any of them fail, then I'll still have a copy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a pain.
Yeah.
All my files are in the cloud.
And all my files are both digital and physical if it's film.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a thing. It's like if you have a fire, everything's gone regardless, right? So there's no argument for physical, digital versus film. But let's say your hard drives fail, your backup, the negatives. You have your negatives, right? So that's a really big thing. If all of your hard drives fail at the same time for some reason.
Or use the cloud. Cloud computing.
Yes.
Put it on the hard drives.
Which wins? I feel like this is a tie.
It's a tie.
I think it's a tie. I don't
Feels a
mind
tie.
like the physical storage.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Physical storage. Yeah. Okay. Dangers. Dangers, film versus digital.
Film is more dangerous.
Film is more dangerous. Why?
Because you can mess up. You
Yeah.
can mess up everything. Yeah.
Unpredictable.
It's unpredictable. Your cameras are unpredictable.
There's more ways to mess up on film than there is on digital.
Yeah.
Right?
And the mess up, the mistake is permanent,
Yeah, permanent.
and it's more permanent because a raw digital file.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit more dynamic range, whereas a film, the dynamic range is kind of set, and if you shot it correctly, you have a lot of dynamic range, but if you shoot it incorrectly, you have no dynamic range. But if you shoot digital incorrectly, you still have some dynamic range.
And the misfocus. So everything is why Steve McCurry switched to digital. He was a big film guy, right? Actochrome and all
that
that
he
stuff.
can't focus.
No. One of his jobs, right? He went, he travels the world to shoot, right? And one of his jobs, he missed focus,
Wow.
right? Like just by a little bit, because you gotta like hit that, right? And then also another job, like a lab, like completely ruined his role. So he's like, fuck, he's like, forget this, I'm going digital, right? Like after that, so he doesn't shoot film anymore.
Yeah, you just want to get serious like that.
Yeah, you can't. Like, you
Digital
can't
is
miss.
a lot safer.
Yeah.
It's a lot safer.
True. Yeah, I would say that
When you're
digital
on
wins.
When you're on assignment, I guess you gotta go the safer route. Right?
Yeah, digital wins when it comes to dangers and stuff. I still think I like the argument about film.
He likes to live on the edge.
Yeah, film, I do like that physical negative backup. And that leads into the next topic. Printing, because when you have that negative, the end life is darkroom printing. Will you ever darkroom print? Like I'm doing darkroom printing. Will you do darkroom printing?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's like why I shoot film,
Right.
right? But I haven't done it yet.
お待たせしました。こちら失礼します。はい、こちらちょこっとパルフェが3つですね。はい。
Can we say
こちら失礼がございます。失礼します
the real reason why we're here?
Real reason.
The real reason why we're here.
Cheers.
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 Oh my god.
We're big, strong, tough men, I promise.
Forget film. To parfait or to not parfait.
Halftime.
It's a mini parfait or not so mini parfait.
Can't take this seriously. So, printing. Will you
Not done with my parfait.
will you do printing, darkroom printing in the future, or
If
in
I
terms
can,
of
yeah.
for film?
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah. If I can.
You can.
I want to have my own darkroom.
Oh,
Like Yusuke.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Darkroom's awesome.
I just want to use his. Just want to abuse him.
Well, if you're in Canada, you got space for it. Right?
Yeah, but chemicals are bad for you.
The chemicals, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You have to set up a whole
The whole
ventilation.
space. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, there's space. Versus
there's
in Hong
space.
Kong and in Japan. I don't know how you skate it. Or Katsumi does it. You know.
And do you feel like film prints or digital prints are better? Film prints are better.
Yeah.
I also think film printing is much better. I like digital prints. Nothing wrong with it. Colors come out nice. You can, in terms of the ease of printing, it's much easier to print from a digital photo. And yeah, you can adjust things. But I much prefer the quality of film, especially from a darkroom, hand-printed gelatin print. It's really nice.
You do not see the full potential of film until you print it.
Exactly, that's right.
That's it. On good paper. On good
yeah.
paper.
On good paper. And in terms of dynamic range, image quality, you actually have so much dynamic range with film when you do printing. You can actually mess up the exposure a lot with film, but as long as you're doing darkroom printing, you can recover so much actually. Way more than a lot of like just a little bit older digital cameras.
Darkroom is the analog Photoshop or Lightroom. That's where you
gotta be
adjust.
you gotta be really good at it.
Yeah, you do multiple prints and then you do cutouts and then you expose, unexpose stuff. It's the Photoshop version. It's a Lightroom
That's
version.
their dodging and burning.
Yeah, exactly.
Printing, film wins. You have an end life, you have an end goal, you have all these negatives on hand, and when you get really old and you can't physically go out and shoot anymore, you have this whole other hobby or whole other side gig, which is darkroom printing. So it's a big one. It's a big one for me. Legitimacy, skill. Are you even a real photographer? Are you guys even real photographers?
No.
If you're shooting digital, shouldn't you be shooting film like a real photographer? Right? I think I think that like people who say that or think that about film photographers, they're like, we're like this like arrogant kind of base of like, you're not a real photographer unless you shoot film. Like, I haven't really met anybody that says that or thinks that way. Like, you're not a real photographer. Only if you shoot film are you real. Like, I never really met that person before. Never really seen that person. How about you guys?
No, I'm kidding.
Legitimacy, skill. Okay, so do you feel like film is more difficult?
No. A good photo is a good photo.
Oh.
It's simple as that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel the same.
No, film is about understanding photography. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like understanding light and how it works.
It's a little harder to get there, but at the end of the day, it's still,
It's
if
the
a
same
good
thing.
photo is good,
Right.
it doesn't matter if you shot it with a digital camera, film camera.
Now, I think that if you do shoot film, even if you say that you're a beginner, because you're shooting the film, you understand your camera a little bit more over time. Of course, you make mistakes and these kind of things. But I feel like you start to understand photography at a faster or different kind of more natural pace, as opposed to digital. Whereas with digital, you can just shoot on auto and but you don't really know what the settings are doing. You don't know what your exposure triangle, like really how it really works.
Or you just use live view and then just blindly turn the dials and looking at live view. And you don't know what your settings are.
I think if you're into photography and you really want to get good at photography, you have to shoot film first. Learn the basics from shooting film, and it'll carry over to your digital work.
Yeah. I'm definitely a much better digital photographer because I started shooting film 4 years ago or so. I think it really helped my digital photography grow a lot. And I started shooting manual mode almost entirely with my digital cameras. I only shoot manual now. I don't shoot aperture priority or shutter priority. Sometimes I do that, but a lot of the times I'm shooting manual, which I would never do previously before I started shooting film. That's me personally.
I shoot manual.
Period.
I can't shoot manual on a GR3. It's a pain in the ass to shoot manual.
It is.
But with the Leica MD, I'll shoot manual.
Yeah.
With the SL2S, I'll shoot manual.
Right.
But it's impossible with the GR3.
And manual means also controlling the ISO, not really auto ISO.
Everything manual.
Everything manual. Yeah.
And depending on the camera, manual focus. Actually, on my X Pro 2, I use manual focus. X100V is my point and shoot, so I let the camera do the focusing. But everything else is manual focus too.
So, legitimacy, skill-wise,
Film.
Film takes more skill. Throwing it out there. A lot of digital haters gonna kill us for that one.
I'm a digital shooter, man.
I know, but they're still gonna hate us.
Yeah.
They're still gonna hate us for saying that film takes more skill. Just because we're pointing out straight facts, yo.
Yeah.
Straight facts.
Because if you miss, you miss.
Yeah, you miss. Yeah, you need to understand your exposure triangle more, as long as you're not shooting like a super high-tech film camera like a Contax G2 or something like that. If you're shooting a Sony A7, whatever. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Don't
it.
piss off the Sony bros.
They're gonna come after me.
They're gonna come after me. They're gonna come after all of us.
Now we're to the final one. Personal preference. Personal preference.
Oh,
Ivan,
man.
which one do you prefer? If, let's say, you had film, unlimited film. For free. For free, yeah. But you still had your digital cameras, and you had like the best digital camera that you ever wanted.
Okay.
Like a M11 or whatever.
With the Summicron.
The 35 Summicron Apo.
Make it a Summilux.
And then you have that, right?
Yeah.
Would you still pick up like an MP or something? What would you do?
Film.
You choose film?
Yeah, I choose film.
You choose film.
If film is free, I'll choose film.
Wow. So it's the cost
It's
factor.
the cost for me.
Yeah. It's the cost for me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And?
This is the one I've been waiting for. My answer? Leica.
Not film versus digital, but Leica.
No, I'm kidding. Actually, there's a reason behind that. Like I started film with a Leica, fortunately, very fortunate to be able to do that. But I shoot SLR as well on film, and since I got a digital Leica, I realized that it's the shooting experience, not just the film. Before, when I was shooting my M4 only, I was like, oh, film, right? Because I was only shooting the M4 and not realizing that a part of that experience is shooting the rangefinder on the M.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's a really good point.
yeah, so for me, it's not about film or digital. It's
About the camera?
It's about the experience of the camera that I shoot.
Yeah.
So ever since I got the M9, I was like, holy shit, the experience is exactly the same, but I can shoot unlimited.
Right.
And I love it. And the colors are also very film-like. So
Unlimited film-like photos. Take that, Ulysses Aoki. Stick your Canon G7 X Mark
So-
whatever up your asshole.
So right now, I'm actually shooting a lot of film in 120 because I'm shooting with my Rolleicord. It's a TLR, which is an experience that you can only get through film. No other digital cameras can give you that TLR, the twin lens reflex experience, period. So, you know, so for me, and I enjoy shooting with the TLR a lot. So it's more about the experience of shooting a specific camera versus film or digital.
I actually really agree as well. It's about shooting the camera that I like to shoot, and it just so happens that they're Leica film cameras that I really enjoy shooting. And I liked shooting my M10 when I had it. I liked it a lot, but I'd always just gravitate towards my M6. Especially, I bought my M6 after I got my M10, so that tells you something. Like how I liked my M2 a lot, and I would still shoot my M2, and then I wanted just a better M2, so I got the M6. And after I did this, I was like, what am I doing? I bought an M10 to save money on film. Shouldn't I be saving money on film? Shouldn't I be shooting digital mostly and these kind of things? But it's just, my heart said film and my brain said digital, and I told my brain to shut up. And that was it. And now I'm shooting film for this entire year. Film's, all straight. I want to keep my look consistent to a certain effect, at least to the film look. Keep that consistency. Any closing words, Ivan?
No.
Nope. You're all talked out?
Yeah, I'm all talked out.
You're all talked out?
That's all I got.
This isn't a voiceover, so...
Yeah. I need my script.
You need your script. You need your teleprompter.
Yeah.
Okay, is all tapped out. Last words?
Yes. Shoot with the camera that inspires you to shoot. Period. Doesn't matter if it's film or digital, whatever that makes you want to go out and create photos and capture moments and whatever it is, you know, that brings you joy. It doesn't bring you joy, that's fine.
I agree. Do what makes you happy, and forget this conversation ever happened. Forget this conversation ever happened.
But don't forget about the mini strawberry parfait.
Yeah,
Denny's.
come to Denny's in Akihabara to have a mini strawberry parfait. And I'll leave you with that. Stay humble. I'll see you again. Goodbye. One thing I like about film compared to digital in terms of image quality is how autofocus elements are rendered on film. I feel like if you miss focus on film, it looks better than missing focus on digital.
It still looks organic.
Yeah, it still feels, it has a good feel when you miss focus on film.